Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial where I will guide you through building an image to video converter using Blazor and FFmpeg. If you are looking to create animated videos from still images with .NET and Blazor, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Before you even start coding, or I will show you step by step start coding, let us see what the finished product looks like. That will keep you motivated, and please continue through the entire video to make these cool animations yourself. So over to the demo. Guys, what I'm going to do is I am going to show you 4 basic animation, and they'll be shown in that order. First, I will show you the rotation effect. I will pick up a file, image file, and then convert it. Okay, so I'll be picking up this Mahakum and then convert this. It is processing and showing the progress bar, and then click on it. So this is the wonderful rotation effect, but this is a basic animation that it supports, FFmpeg supports. So it works for 10 seconds. You can reduce it in code to 5 seconds or any seconds of your liking. And next one is zoom in effect. So now I have not hot reloaded. Now it is hot reloaded. Now it will show you the zooming in effect. Okay, so it will last for 10 seconds. So the next effect that I am going to show you is panning effect. Now again it is converted after hot reloading. Now this is showing you the panning effect for full 10 seconds. You can reduce it to 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or whatever seconds you like in code in the convert controller. And the final effect is fade in and fade out. So now after converting, it is fade out, then it is fading in, and for 10 seconds it will last, and then it will fade out. Wonderful. Thank you. I want to tell you that the membership for my channel is open and invited to all my community members who are regular viewers or subscriber to join. So you will not be the first one. I have another member, so it will be a nice community building together, and it will be just costing you $5 a month, and it could be revoked at any time if you are not pleased with the outcome. And also you will have the first right to many of the videos, which will be member first, and you'll be having exclusive right to my private repository. And also if I ever go for some podcast or live stream, then you'll be able to give your comments and your emojis. All right, so now let's move on to the actual project. Now there is a little bit of introduction. Now here what we will do is convert static images into animated videos using Blazor and .NET Core. Beware, we will not be using any AI animation. We are not going that deep, but we will be showing some basic animation for still images, and it will be ideal for creating dynamic content from single images. So in this tutorial, we'll build a Blazor based application that accepts image as an input, converts it into a 5 second or 10 seconds as you wish. It is up to you in your control to convert it into a 5 second video or 6 second or 10 second, or whatever seconds you like. And it uses an API with FFmpeg to process the image, and it displays the generated video with smooth animations. So key technologies used are Blazor server or WebAssembly. You can use any .NET Core 9, that is the latest, FFmpeg for video processing, and Blazor components and Web API. Next, I opened my Windows Explorer or File Explorer, and I will create a Blazor server app by giving this command on my command line interface, which I will open here, open in terminal, and giving this command, .NET new Blazor, output folder name, image to video app. So I will not choose any interactivity because we don't really need one, and it will create a Blazor server app. Okay, so something is happening, processing post creation actions, and it is created the image to video app successfully. Let's open it and open it with Visual Studio 2022 by default, so it will open. So if I inspect this application, this is indeed created in .NET 9, and this is component folder, layout, main layout.razor, nav menu, and pages, counter, error, home, and weather. These are the standard pages created by default. Okay, now for the next step will be to install FFmpeg. Now on this machine I have already installed FFmpeg, but I will show you where to open it from. So here you go. This is the official website, ffmpeg.org/download, and this is the Windows. So Windows exe files, Windows builds from gan.dev and Windows builds by btbn. So I have, for reason I don't know myself, but I have opened this and this has worked fine. So ffmpeg builds binaries for Windows. What I have done is latest git master branch build. So I have got this version, ffmpeg git full.7z. So I had already installed this after downloading. So see, this was the full build that I have earlier downloaded. So when you click this is a full build, and you need to extract the file. Either you can extract directly from the downloads folder, or you can copy it in some other suitable folder and then extract it, but you can extract all. So once you have extracted the folder in a file location of your choice, then the next step is to I'll cancel this because it's already installed, downloaded and installed. You will have to put this path in the environment variables. And how to do that? So how to add the bin folder, the path to the bin folder, and then system, and then look for environment variables. Okay, so edit the system environment variables, or edit environment variables for your account, whichever way. Now here, this is the system variables. Here I have already added user variables for David. So this is David, full path is C uses David OneDrive. So this folder, ffmpeg folder, if I show you, it is already under this as a subdirectory under this folder, C uses David OneDrive. So the path is already added. So let me show you Kaushik personal. So you can see here, it is the full path is C uses David OneDrive, but this is acting as a subdirectory because I have extracted it on this ffmpeg, and here's the bin. So I needed the path to the bin, okay, but it was already in my system variable because it was pointing to this one of the root folders, C uses David OneDrive. So that's why it was already there. So I didn't need to add it specifically. In your case, you should point it to this and add it as a new system variable or environment variable if you want to access it globally, right? Now, after having make sure the initial prerequisites of ffmpeg and after creating the project, let's now I already have this home.razor with me, and I'll write over the already written code by the template with the code on my clipboard to make it much quicker, and I will then explain. Now let us understand what this code is all about. This is the input file component, and it is used to handle the file upload. So when a file is selected, handle file upload is called. This handle file upload, this is the method handle file upload. We'll come back to that in a bit, and let me also tell you that the handle file upload method processes the uploaded file, checks the file size, and displays the image as a preview, which we'll all see in action soon. And then there is the generate video, generate animated video. Now this generate animated video, this method sends the uploaded image to the backend API, uploading file to the API, and it sends the request to the API to create the video. This is done using HTTP client and multi-part form data content to upload the image. So here it is, accept image, and you can see this will come later. Okay, so we use the is processing variable we using to indicate whether the video conversion is happening. Okay, so if the video conversion is happening, then we are giving a progress bar till it is happening, and when it is processing, it is showing processing with this progress bar, animated progress bar, and when processing is finished, then it will show convert the uploaded video to uploaded image to the video. Okay, so first it will ask for a image, then it will upload the image, and then it will process the image and then save it, and then convert it, ask you to convert it to the video. Okay, now once the video is generated or processed, the video player video tag. So this is the video tag. Let's see where the video tag is gone. This is the video path. This is the video tag. So video tag is used to display the generated video and provide a download link. To understand it in more detail, you can see that the handle file upload, it takes an input file change event args, and initially the error message is null just to clear the previous errors, and then it gets the uploaded file from that event args e.file, and then file size, it tries to extract the file size by uploaded file dot size divided by 1024, which is the size in kilobytes. Okay, and it then writes on the console uploaded file name and the file size and content type. Okay, file content type. If the uploaded file size is greater than the maximum file size, so this is the maximum file size we have already mentioned, which have restricted to 15 MB. If it is more than 15 MB, then the error message comes, and uploaded file becomes null, and image preview URL also is initialized to null. And then this code block, it generates image preview, and it handles both JPEG and PNG images. Uploaded file dot content type dot contains PNG or image slash PNG. If it is containing PNG, then it takes the value, format takes the value image slash PNG. Otherwise, it takes the format image slash JPEG, and maximum width and height are also determined. And then resized image file variable, it awaits on uploaded file, and then it calls the request image file async by supplying these arguments, format, maximum width and maximum height, to get the resized image file. And then we create a variable buffer, which actually creates a new byte stream with the resized image file dot size property, and we create a memory stream to properly handle the file data. Okay, and we create a buffer which actually converts the memory stream to the array, and we generate a image preview URL like such, and we call the state has changed method to force an UI update. And if not, if the try block fails, then it catches this, goes to the catch block with the exception handling mechanism here, and then the uploaded file and the image preview URL again becomes null if they are non-null, And then in the generate animated video upload file, if it is null, then we get an error message to select an image file first, and then previous results are cleared, video path becomes empty, error message becomes null, and state has changed, forcing a state change. And then we make error is processing as true, because the generate animated video method has been triggered, so it is started processing the video creation process. Okay, and then in the try catch block, this is happening in the try block, uploading file to the API console statement, and then we'll call a multi-part form data content. We create a type of that class and put it in the content variable, and then stream is we get uploaded file dot open read stream. You're opening read the file into a byte array, and then initialize ms as the new memory stream, and then with the stream, after reading the file into the byte array, we copy it to the memory stream, and then we create a file bytes array, which is with converting the memory stream object to array, and then create a byte array content from the file byte with this code, and then we create a header.content type like this, new system.net.http.headers.media type header, uploaded file dot content type, and then content.add to the content variable we add this file content, and type file and uploaded file name, and then we call the HTTP client base address and timeout. Okay, and this will be different for different applications. Yours will be different because it will be using a different port, and mine is using 7272. Okay, and then console.writeLine statement, then response it gets by posting asynchronously to API/convert/upload. Now that will come a bit later when I create the convert controller as an API controller, and then if the response is successful, if it gets a success stated code, then result will be written over here, response.content.read as string async, and then the result is written as an API response, and then the JSON response is deserialized. Okay, JSON serializer.deserialize convert response. Okay, you will see that convert response in action in a bit. And if response object is not null, a string is not null or empty, response object.video URL property, then video path is created over here, assigned over here, response object.video URL, and then a set of console statement is written on the console, or else there is an error message. And if the try block fails, then there is also an error message, error block comes into being. Okay, finally, outside this, if response doesn't end in success status code, then a series of error messages also come. And here, catch exception X, that is the original try block, the try block at the highest level, and still there is a catch block, and then finally his processing becomes false because it's already been processed and state has changed to force the state change. And on video ended, these are the methods, video player event handlers. When video ended is called, then the animation class becomes static, and when video paused, then also animation class has changed to video static, and state has changed is called in both the cases. And also on video play, video animation class has changed to video animation. Okay, and there is a convert response class which is also used here with these are the two JSON properties, message and video URL. So these are public strings, public properties. And if you look into the upstairs, so these methods are also called at certain points. So you see here that video ID is video player, class is video animation class. Okay, controls width 600, on ended. When on ended is triggered, then on video ended is called, this method is called, and when on play it triggers on video play, and on pause it triggers on video pause. Now on ended, on play, and on pause. So these are basically the event that triggers these methods, and if you look into the scroll bar, it sets the on ended attribute to the provided string or delegate value. A delegate value should be of type system.event args. Okay, these are event callback. These are all event callbacks. Now let's go to the there is no controllers, so I'll have to create a controllers folder to create the API controller. So what I have done is, just to save time, I've already created a controllers folder over there in the root directory, and then create a convert controller, which is an API controller. Now let me write over the code on my clipboard, save loads of time, of your precious amount of time. And this API controller is routed at API/convert, and HTTP post method is upload. Because I am posting that form, and so this is the upload file method, and it gets form file from the file object. Okay, from form it gets from form, specify that the parameter or property should be bound using the form data in the request body. Okay, now let's discuss the convert controller. So this is the API convert. These are for routing purposes. Okay, so within that convert controller, which actually derives from controller base, we have got this action method upload file, so which I have already discussed. Now here what it does is that this controller accepts the uploaded file using the iform file parameter and saves it in the www root/videos directory, which we have already created. Okay, so if not directory.exists uploads folder, create the directory uploads folder. So uploads folder directory you can create if there is no uploads directory. So this will automatically be created for you. Okay, if there is no videos directory. Now after that, this part is easy to understand. Let us understand FFmpeg video creation. And for FFmpeg video creation, remember I have shown you some simple animation for rotation, zoom in, panning, and fading out. The last one was fading out. So I just wanted to tell you that, with commenting each of these by turn and uncommenting the one that you want to show, you can see for yourself all these animations. Now what it does is that the command options minus loop 1, it loops the image, and minus I is the input file, and here CV libx 264, it uses H264 codec for video, and T10, it specifies that the video duration is 10 seconds. You can make it 5 to make it a 5-second video duration after the conversion. Here also T is 10, you can make it 5. Okay, minus T5. And this part PIX FMT U420p specifies the pixel format for video compatibility. Alright, and there is the return video URL. So in this one, in this string FFmpeg args, it stores the return video URL. So after the conversion, the API returns the URL of the generated video that the front end can use to display the video and allow downloading. Alright, and this last bit in this whole app is the program.cs, which also I have changed, and it looks like this. I think it's not very difficult to understand. Var builder, you are initializing a builder object with this standard code, web application.create builder, by passing the args. And this one is very important to write, builder.services.add controllers, because we are actually using the API controller, and this by default it comes up when you build that Blazor server app. So builder.services.add Blazor components.add interactive server components, then builder.build, and then basically I'm using this middleware app.use static file, and then also further configuring the use static files to create an object file provider. File provider is of file provider type, and it does this path.combine on the combine method of the path. Then it gets the current directory from the directory class, and it looks into www and videos. So file provider is initialized with this complete assignment, and request path is /videos. Okay, so then the app.map controllers and the standard these middlewares are called used anti-forgery map static assets. This is also important, and this line is also very important. App.map Blazor assembly app.add interactive server render mode. Okay, so because it is a server application, so we are actually forcing it to provide the interactive server render mode. Application is complete. Well, it is already. So if I run the application, I have already showed the application in the running condition in detail, but I will just quickly show once more. Now here, if you look into the last FFmpeg animation that I provided, that is fade in and out. So if you choose the file, any file you can choose, okay, Hanumanji, and then convert it, so you can see Hanumanji has fade in, and at the end this image will fade out. Okay, fade out, and you can download the video, that's also given. So that's the end of the application. If you like the video, do subscribe to my channel and think of joining my membership, and put your likes and comments, and I will answer them. Thank you.